Why are so many Americans finding it almost impossible to leave Singapore in 2025? In a world where people are moving constantly in search of better opportunities, safety and quality of life, Singapore has become a magnet and, surprisingly, a golden cage. Once Americans move there, they rarely want to go back. But what exactly makes them stay? Is it the lifestyle, the safety, or something deeper that captures their hearts? Welcome to Infosphere, where we uncover the real stories behind global trends. In today's video, we're exploring why it's so hard for Americans to leave Singapore in 2025. Let's dive into the 10 biggest reasons behind this fascinating phenomenon. The irresistible safety and cleanliness. When Americans first arrive in Singapore, they immediately notice something. It's one of the safest countries in the world. With crime rates among the lowest anywhere on Earth, Americans find themselves walking late at night without fear, leaving their phones on cafe tables, and trusting public transport without a second thought. Back home, many cities in the United States struggle with safety concerns, homelessness and social inequality. Singapore, in contrast, offers a sense of order that's nearly impossible to find elsewhere. The city is clean, meticulously maintained, and its citizens deeply respect laws and public spaces. This sense of harmony becomes addictive. Once Americans experience this level of peace, the thought of returning to chaos back home becomes daunting. The unmatched efficiency of daily life. In Singapore, everything works, from the trains that arrive on time to government services that are efficient and digitalized. The nation's focus on punctuality, order, and structure makes daily life feel effortless. For Americans used to long lines, bureaucratic red tape, and unreliable public systems, this is a refreshing change. Imagine paying your bills, renewing licenses, or visiting a doctor, all done seamlessly online, with no wasted hours. The efficiency is so profound that many Americans struggle to imagine living without it again. Leaving Singapore often feels like stepping backward into a slower, less organized world. The high standard of living. Singapore may be expensive, but its standard of living justifies the cost. The country offers modern housing, world-class healthcare, clean streets, and reliable infrastructure. For American expats, it's a dream come true, a blend of luxury and stability. In 2025, surveys show that nearly 7 out of 10 American expats living in Singapore rate their quality of life as exceptional. They enjoy first-class public services, fast internet, and access to some of the best international schools in Asia. Everything feels polished and comfortable, making the idea of returning to a less refined lifestyle in the US feel unappealing. The booming job opportunities. The Singaporean economy remains one of the most dynamic in Asia. The city-state is a financial and technological powerhouse, drawing in global companies and high-paying careers. Many Americans move there for work in banking, AI research, education, or healthcare, and quickly find that their careers flourish faster than they would back home. The professional culture rewards efficiency and skill, and the taxes are low compared to the US. For example, income tax rates are significantly lighter, meaning workers take home more of what they earn. Once they experience that financial freedom, it's no wonder so many Americans find it difficult to walk away. The multicultural lifestyle. Singapore is a melting pot. Chinese, Malay, Indian and Western cultures blend into one harmonious society. Americans often find it easy to integrate because English is one of the main languages, and the city embraces diversity with open arms. Unlike in some Asian countries where Westerners may feel isolated, Singapore offers a global community. You can dine on Chinese dumplings for lunch, enjoy Indian curry for dinner, and attend Western concerts at night. The cultural inclusivity makes Americans feel both foreign and at home simultaneously, an experience so rare that it becomes emotionally hard to leave behind. The food paradise effect. Ask any American expat what they'll miss most about Singapore, and the answer is often food. The city's food culture is legendary. Hawker centers, fine dining, and endless international options make it a gastronomic heaven. Singapore's food scene is not just about taste, it's about connection. Eating at a hawker stall is a cultural experience that blends affordability, community, and flavor. When Americans return home, they often find that no city can match the unique culinary adventure that Singapore offers daily. The food becomes part of their identity, and leaving feels like losing a part of themselves. The political stability and trust in governance. For many Americans, political tension and uncertainty back home are sources of anxiety. In contrast, Singapore stands out as one of the most stable nations on earth. Its government is trusted, corruption is nearly non-existent, and policies are focused on long-term growth and fairness. This sense of security gives residents peace of mind. There are no sudden policy shifts or chaotic elections that divide the nation. Americans who've experienced that peace often feel reluctant to return to the polarized environment in the United States. Singapore's calmness feels like a sanctuary in a stormy world. The gateway to Asia. Singapore's strategic location makes it the perfect base for exploring the rest of Asia. Within a few hours, Americans can travel to Thailand, Japan, Malaysia, Indonesia, or Vietnam. The connectivity is unmatched. For adventurous expats, this opens doors to a lifestyle of exploration and cultural immersion. Many Americans use Singapore as their global hub, a safe home that connects them to the rest of the world. Once they settle into this lifestyle, leaving Singapore feels like losing access to the gateway of opportunity. The sense of belonging and community. Despite being a fast-paced city, Singapore's expat community is incredibly close-knit. Americans find themselves surrounded by friendly locals and fellow foreigners who share experiences, events, and traditions. Over time, these relationships become deep and meaningful. Neighborhood gatherings, international schools, and social clubs create a sense of home. When it's time to leave, it's not just a city they're leaving, it's a network of friendships that have become like family. The future-oriented vision. Finally, Singapore represents the future. Its architecture, sustainability programs, and smart technologies make it feel decades ahead of most cities in the world. From driverless transport to eco-smart housing and AI-driven services, the city constantly innovates. For Americans, especially those from older or struggling US cities, Singapore feels like a glimpse of what life should be: advanced, organized, and hopeful. Leaving Singapore often feels like leaving the future behind and stepping back into the past. So, why is it so hard for Americans to leave Singapore in 2025? Because Singapore isn't just a place, it's a lifestyle, a mindset, and a dream realized. From safety and opportunity to comfort and belonging, it offers everything modern life promises but few countries deliver. Once Americans taste that blend of order, innovation, and beauty, it becomes more than just a home. It becomes a way of life they can't easily replace. If you enjoyed today's deep dive into why Americans find it so hard to leave Singapore, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration of global stories that matter.